Okay, starting.
Perfect. So hi, everybody. My name is Antonio Ceja, and I'm currently working as an international student advisor at Campus Guadalajara from Tec de Monterrey. So firstly, I would like to thank you all for coming today to popping up in this presentation and for your warm invitation of us to talk about the exchange opportunity that my university has to offer and that may be of interest to you. So before I begin, if any students start to joining, I just want to say that you can save your questions and doubts for the end because, well, I'll probably going to be talking about those doubts, a lot of subjects, so I'll probably be talking about those specific questions. So without further ado, I will want to tell you that with campuses in almost every major city in Mexico, Tec de Monterrey, you will find a variety of academic programs that combined with a vibrant campus life will enhance your international experience. Our courses are taught both in English and Spanish, allowing you to combine diverse disciplines with courses related to your area of expertise and getting out the most of your experience in Mexico. We even have some business and culture classes designed specifically for you as an international student. Moreover, you will have the opportunity to learn the Spanish, as I said before, the third most spoken language in the world. And you will discover how through extra academic activities like sports, cultural events, leadership challenges, and trips, you will complement your academic experience and, well, you will create long life friendships and memories. We are sure that at Tec de Monterrey, you will find something according to your expectations. So as you can see here, we in Mexico have 26 campuses of Tec de Monterrey and 14 offices around the world, up to 93,000 students. So it is different than some other universities, for example, that have only one campus in that country. We are more like, I don't know, like an enterprise that has different locations and you can choose from each of them. So that's the cool part of Tec de Monterrey. And here in this map, you can see what I'm talking about. We have campuses in the marked cities in the map. So for example, we have Aguascalientes, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey. So for example, if you are a person, if you come from I don't know, as a big city, maybe you want to now experience an exchange in the beach or in a forest or in a, I don't know, in a not so crowded place. So you can go to Sonora, to Chiapas, or the contrary, you want to experience a big city. So you can go to Mexico City, to Guadalajara, to Monterrey. It all depends on your tastes. So that's the cool thing, that you can choose whatever you want according to your expectations. However, it doesn't only depend on the type of weather you want. You also need to check which type of program you want to study here. So for example, if you want to do a business course, just because we're Tec de Monterrey, that doesn't mean that all campuses have the same programs. It all depends what you want to study. So according to that, and with your likes, with your personal likes, you will now choose the campus you will come from, with the help, of course, of all of our advisors that will help you through each process that you need to take to come to study here at Tec. So before continue talking, I don't want to bore you, just giving you a lot of information. I will show you a short video that will explain a little bit better how is this experience where you come here to Mexico. So I'll share it with you.
Mexico is a country full of adventures and traditions, with great fun and places to live. But not only that, it also offers multiple opportunities to develop your professional skills and passions in a country where you will always feel welcome. And the Tec of Monterrey's internationalization program brings you closer to discover it. You will live a unique experience in which you will unlock your full potential. A journey in which you will grow as a person and as a student with the quality, companionship, and security that the Tec of Monterrey provides. Imagine coming to study in Mexico for a semester or a year with a great variety of campuses to choose from. How many people, cultures, and cities could you meet?
Exchange should be about experiencing new cultures, meeting new people, making connections.
Estoy muy cómodo con la gente de aquí de la universidad, tanto
la gente mexicana como la gente de fuera, más internacional.
Things I like the most about Tec de Monterrey so far is the campus itself is really beautiful. It has a lot of great facilities.
Luego me gustan mucho las actividades, que hay mucha oferta de actividades de artes.
And I like how the facilities, there's so many great things. The library is really modern.
And the security here at campus is like, there is a lot of security because then you feel safe and you can just walk around over here.
Lo que más me ha gustado de las clases aquí son las dinámicas de clase, que tienes que participar muchísimo más.
I like how small the classrooms are, so it really facilitates a good discussion.
Porque en las clases también se fomenta un poco pues, el hacer trabajos en grupo.
Lo más valioso son los amigos que he hecho aquí.
La comida, el clima, la gente, los amigos, las clases, todos son maravillosos.
Yo recomendaría esta experiencia el 100% y la volvería a hacer 1.000.000 de veces.
Okay, so now you've seen a short fragment of how it is to come to study here in Mexico with these different fragments of students talking about their experience. So we also have 14 offices around the world, which you can see here in this map. So if you're nearby any of our offices, you can come to contact us to ask information, to a more in-person talk with us, and we will receive you with our arms open. If not, you can contact us through our official pages, which I will leave you at the end of the presentation. So one of the things that I want you to grasp is that we have 6 different schools, for example, social sciences and government, business, humanities and education, engineering and sciences, medicine and health sciences, and architecture, arts and design. So these are the different schools, and you can see at the right side of the presentation the different departments of different subjects and majors that you can study here at Tec de Monterrey. However, one of the cool aspects of Tec is that if you study, for example, business, but you also want to take maybe an art class or a humanities or an engineering even, for us is perfectly fine, just as long as your university allows it, because at the end you will need to translate these courses that you take with Tec to your home university. You will need to revalidate it for your credit, your academic credits. But you don't need to feel this constraint of just studying what you are supposed to study. If you want to maybe explore some other paths along your career here in Tec. So at the end of the day, just as long as you meet the requirements of that particular class, or your university allows it, for us it's perfectly fine. So just as long as you do that, we will be happy. You can see here the different international accreditations and memberships that Tec de Monterrey counts. Tec de Monterrey is one of the most important universities in whole Latin America. So that's why we have one you can see here at the top, which is called Alianza del Pacífico. It's an internship or an agreement that we have with different countries alongside Latin America, with which you can do, for example, investigation programs and different other types of programs that you can do alongside other Latin American countries, which is an advantage that we have over, some Latin American countries. So it's something that a lot of students find really interesting, and I think it brings a lot to your curriculum in the long term. So just talking about more, just a little bit about our numbers, we have 688 academic agreements with universities in 54 countries, more than 11,000 students studying abroad every year for a semester, and 238 professors participating in an international program. So as you can see, we are very involved in our internationalization all over the world. So we're always welcome we're always ready to welcome you here in our university, and even welcome you if you are abroad in any other country. We have in university courses, Spanish language as a second language. So you can come here to Tec and actually study Spanish as a major here in Tec. We have certificates, research projects, which I'll be talking in depth in the presentation, internships, and the iWinter and iSummer programs, which are called our golden programs. So talking about the iWinter, what is iWinter? Well, it's a program taken in the winter period of the year. which is innovative, incredible, itinerant, ideal, and international. So this is a program that for the period of 4 weeks, you will come to Tec de Monterrey, and you will study in 4 different campuses in Mexico. So for example, if you choose the business and culture or culture programs, you will start your program, for example, in Mexico City. Then on the next week, you will be able to continue your studies in Monterrey, then Querétaro, and finishing in Guadalajara. So it all depends on the program that you choose. But the cool part of this is that you will be able to travel alongside with your partners, with your colleagues that you come to study here. And I like to describe this program kind of like an all-inclusive type of deal, because you just have to pay for this program, and you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to worry about housing, because we will provide the housing for you. You don't have to worry about transportation, because that's also included, as well as the tickets for all the events and 6 meals of the day, of the week. So that will be already covered. So that's why I say it's kind of like an inclusive program. And during these 4 weeks, you will be able to take 2 courses that you will revalidate with your home university. We have company visits, as you can see here below the presentation, conferences with experts, networking events, and a lot of trips. So we already have planned in each city, which are the main landmarks, historical sites that you need to visit to complement what you are learning. So it's not only about traveling, it's traveling with, for adding knowledge to what you're learning here in Mexico. So just talking about a more technical aspect of this program, the fees and tuitions. You can see here that the program actual cost is about $3,600 for independent students. That means that if you want to come by your own, you will need to pay this price. However, what we recommend is that you come as an exchange student by being nominated by your home university. This way, the cost of the program is cut more than half the price. As you can see, it will only cost you $1,600. And this program, as I already said, includes housing and transportation. And you have the nomination deadline till November 12th of this year, and the application deadline for November 19th of this year. The credits per course here in Tec de Monterrey, each course is about 8 tech units, which translates to 5 ECTS in Europe, or 3 US credits. So that way you can do the conversion with your home university. We also count with undergraduate research projects. So Tec de Monterrey offers you the possibility of developing your research skills with a partner, with a company that your teacher will specifically contact for your development. So for example, if you already have something in mind, you can contact us. You can start studying Mexico. So we can start developing this program, this research project, just specifically for what you need. So it is a cool program that allows you to develop all of these competencies that will help you for your professional life in the future. You can see here in this chart a little bit more what I'm talking about, because in the top, you can see all the campuses that we have in Tec de Monterrey. And on the left side, you will see the different programs, the different names. So it seems kind of complicated on the first glimpse, but don't worry, it's very easy to follow. So for example, if you follow the iWinter program, which is on the left side, you will see that it's colored with a blue dot. So you will see that Mexico City, Estado de Mexico, Guadalajara, León, Monterrey, and all of these campuses include the iWinter program. But for example, Cuernavaca, as you can see, doesn't have the blue dot. So that means that that campus specifically doesn't have that program. So with this table, you can start making your plans to come in to visit us in Mexico, to see which campuses you have the possibility to come to study the program that you want, and then deciding which type of weather you like, etc. So that way you will complement your whole experience with us. So if you want to see more this table, we can send it to you with no problem if you contact us, or you can also find it in our official website. Talking more about our virtual exchange program, because we are currently in a pandemic. So how does this translate in our exchanges? Well, in the future, we will continue to improve our efforts to receive you in person. However, we understand that not all students will be able to come to us. So we will continue to offer this type of offers in certain campuses. So you will be able to take courses back home, back in your country, with no problem in a virtual way, which has worked very fine for this past year. We have already had about more than 300 students coming for an virtual exchange with us in Tech. So we have already tested that it actually works, and the experience actually translates very well. Actually, it surpassed my expectations by a lot. And we also have the on-site students with a hybrid combination. What does this mean? So for example, if you want to come to us to Mexico in a in-person mode, we understand that the COVID situation changes every week, every month. We never know what's going to happen next. So we are already prepared for this type of situation. This is why we will continue to do our in-person exchange. However, if for some reason you don't feel like coming to Tech because, I don't know, the alarm exploded and we are in red again, don't worry, you can start taking your classes in a virtual mode. So we can do a combination that you take certain classes in person and certain classes in an online, or you can start talking with a teacher. You know, I want to come 1 week to Tech in person, but next week I don't feel like it because I want to stay safe. For any reason whatsoever, you may feel like that. Of course, talking with the teacher. So this is the hybrid combination. And well, you already know Zoom. Zoom is our main platform that we use for all these classes, conferences, but we also adapt to many other platforms. For example, we can use Microsoft Teams, and depending on the teacher, they will also use other platforms because they're always trying to be on edge of technology. So try to be picking up, because it's very challenging sometimes to follow up, but that's the goal of Tec de Monterrey, that we always stay in constant renovation of what technology has to offer us, especially in these times of pandemic. Now, talking about academic structure. Most of the classes take 48 hours of contact in the classroom. That means 3 hours per week during the semester and 10 hours per week during a summer program, because of course it is shorter. It takes only for 4 weeks. In Tec de Monterrey, we encourage students to do oral presentations, to participate in class. This is why it could be a little different than other universities where students are, I don't know, used to not going to class and only showing up for exams. Here in Tech is quite different actually, because homework is assigned regularly, participation is expected. So even though the absences won't affect per se your final grade, the activities that are left during the classes, if you miss one, you will not be able to take it next time. So I recommend you to be very careful with that here in Tec de Monterrey. And the examinations, well, here we have 2 partial exams and 1 final exam. The 2 partial exams take into account those specific months, and the final exam takes into account the whole program. So that's the way we evaluate. Not all the time it has to be exams. Some professors prefer sometimes to leave a final project, final delivery. So it all depends on the teacher, but this information will be handed to you on the first day of classes. So it is very important for you to assist. And you can see here at the bottom of the presentation, the conversion that I talked to you about before. 8 Tech units is the equivalent of 3 US credits or 5 ECTS. But okay, Tony, so you are talking about the virtual exchange, but what about the academic life? How does this translate to a virtual mode? So I'm going to tell you my personal experience. I used to be a student here at Tec de Monterrey, and I can tell you that it is crazy because sometimes you just pop out of your classroom and there's something going on, and there's always something around. I describe Tec de Monterrey just kind of like a Disneyland, because it is like a ticket to to a big park, and it depends of you which place you will ride. You know, it all depends on what is your mood, what is the availability you have, and how much you want to be involved with the actual student life. Because we have tons and tons of activities, special interest groups, cultural activities, sports, and sports activities. One time I saw my sister in front of her computer just jumping around. I thought at first she was crazy, but actually she was doing some yoga classes. And that's amazing because that's the way the life, the student life has translated into virtual. So it doesn't matter if you come in a in-person exchange, or if you decide to take it as a virtual exchange. I assure you that the student life translates as perfectly as you may want, and it all depends to you. So I really much encourage you to talk with your peers, to talk with your advisors, to learn Spanish, even though if you don't take it as a class, just learn, and we are very welcome. So you will feel that, I assure you. And well, just to start finishing this up, I want to tell you that here in the International Programs Office, we're ready to welcome you with our arms open. We're always in the service for you. And well, guys, see you in Mexico. If you have any doubts, any questions, you can contact us here in studyinmexico.tech.mx. We also have our official email, which is studyinmexico@servicios.itesen.mx. We have the QR if you want to scan it. Or if not, you can contact any of us for more information. If you have specific doubts, we can always answer for you. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for the invitation, and well, see you in Mexico again.
Thanks, Antonio. I want quickly to introduce myself, Dr. Juan Jose Cabrera. I am the director of the delegation of Tec de Monterrey for the Midwest. I am based in Chicago. I already provided my email to all of you, so if I can provide any support on your decision to join Tec de Monterrey as exchange student, please let me know. And I also wanted to thank Hannah and Karen to hosting us today. It's open for questions. Please feel free to do so. There is one question. Well, you can read it yourself, Antonio. Would you like to?
Yes, it says from Hannah, what kind of support services specifically for international students are on the campus? Well, for example, I'm currently in this moment in the International Programs Office. So for example, a lot of times students have questions about the housing, the international insurance, maybe even advice of where to travel. So all of these type of questions, academic ones about your classes, you can come directly to us. It depends on each campus, but we always, in the orientation session in each campus, we provide all of this information. And of course, we have all the facilities for attending students. In each campus, we have, it's kind of like a mini hospital in case something happens, if you need some kind of assistance. We also have mental assistance if you want to go for some help, or if you want to talk with somebody. We have gym. All the facilities that you may need here in Tech are free of charge, because sometimes I know that in other universities could have an extra fee, but here in Tech, everything is included. So you just need to ask what you can join, what you can do. And yeah, actually you can do whatever you want here in Tech.
Let me just add that the campuses are always filled out of students, and all Tech students are always very supportive to our visitors.
Yeah, exactly.
You will never feel alone in Tec de Monterrey.
No, you will never feel that. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I don't know if there's any other questions.
I guess kind of an extension of Hannah's question. Is there an orientation that students participate in when they arrive?
Yeah, actually in the orientation session, it also depends on the type of campus. For example, here in Guadalajara, we take about 1 full week of the orientation, not only just to talk, because talking would be just too much information. We also arrange some welcoming trips to downtown for them to start knowing the culture. We try to integrate students with our student groups. So for example, we have one that is called Triple W, which is in charge of doing these body programs with Mexican students so they can start learning the culture. They have a person that is going to be joining them for the rest of the semester that could be their body essentially. And all of these facilities that we can provide to students, as I said before, about the campus, what emergency numbers they will have, et cetera, et cetera. So it is all elaborated in a very digestible way during a week. So it's not like, oh my God, a week, I'm going to die. No, it's actually very, very easy to handle, but it all depends on the campus. I know that, for example, in Monterrey, in Campus Monterrey, they do it only for 2 days. So it depends on each, because Mexico is a big country, maybe not as big as the US or Canada or other countries, but it's still a big country. And in each state, we have different cultures. We have different ways of handling subjects. So that's why each campus is different, even though we are one same institution.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have another question. I know a lot of students may not know very much Spanish. Would you recommend taking Spanish courses before studying in your program? Well, of course, I will always encourage people try to learn Spanish. That's for sure thing. However, if you don't speak Spanish whatsoever, don't worry, you can have here all your classes in English. Actually, we have that always in mind, that international students come here speaking English in general. But if you want to start trying to learn Spanish, you can start in the basic Spanish course, which if you don't have, as I said, no knowledge, you can start from the basic course to try to learn something. We actually do some evaluations for students to know exactly in which level they are located, because sometimes you say, I don't know anything, but actually you have maybe 1 or 2 words, maybe you know the word taco, or maybe you know the word, I don't know, something like that. And that helps actually a lot. So that way we can know, okay, maybe you are in the level 2. If you already know some Spanish and you want to take classes in Spanish, you only need to prove to us that you actually know Spanish. So with any type of proof of B2, that's enough for you to be able to take courses in Spanish. Of course, yeah, for example, a letter from your university, if you do something like Duolingo even, but as long as you prove that you have the B2 level, that's good for us.
Just as an add to that, all our students are bilingual. In the Tec de Monterrey, Mexican students. It's a requisite for graduation. They cannot graduate if they are not fully bilingual.
Without being yeah, and actually in everyday life, you will talk with a lot of Mexican students, and even though the class is supposed to be in English, of course, they will be telling you words in Spanish. So at the end, I've had a lot of students that don't have any course in Spanish, and they end up speaking Spanish even better than I do. Believe me, it is true. So you will always learn Spanish here in Mexico. That's a for sure thing. No, thank you for your question. Anybody else? Okay, well, I think we can start wrapping this up. Thank you again so much, guys, for coming today, for hearing me talk for about 20 minutes. I don't know how much. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And as I said before, and I will say it forever, welcome to Mexico. See you in Mexico, and hope to see you in Mexico or whatever. Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you at Tec de Monterrey, guys. I will send the link for the video, Hannah and Karen, so you can distribute it. Okay.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for being here.
Our pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Karen. Nice to meet you, Hannah. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.